Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here. We are going back in for our third objective, which is the Paragon Objective for the Eternity of Pain. And we're going to try out ManThing. Now, I will tell you, I did numerous attempts, and here I was going in to try out Dormammu. But I forgot that I put him on Alliance War defense right now. He fits the new tactic, the Mystic Dispersion. So we're gonna go in with Man-Thing. This has Bane, which is brutal. Inflated Ego, you can only do damage, while he has 3 or more buffs, which are gonna be those Fury buffs. Extend, which is going to make those Furies last longer, and if you happen to get any incinerates or poisons on you or whatever, or bleeds, in this case Man-Thing is bleed immune, they're gonna last longer. And then it's got Force of Will, so you can't do any type of ability accuracy modification to him. Obviously Biohazard, which is the main node that's in play here, where you have to be at least bleed immune or bleed resistant in some way. And then it's got Vital Strike, so if he hits into your block, he's going to regen all of that damage back, so you don't want to do that. So you see, I started this fight, it wasn't good, took a lot of Bane damage, but I just kind of stuck it out, and this is the run that I did the best on. There were a few other runs where I did okay, but this run, it actually went fairly well, and I kind of got into a rhythm where I'm using my Mystic Dispersion, which is 5 out of 5. If you don't have Mystic Dispersion, this Mystic Objective could be quite troublesome, because it really does help. Now Man-Thing, I can't hit into his block because Man-Thing is not poison immune, which is one of the problems that I had, trying to do this fight. When he goes passive, and this Crossbones AI is quite annoying at times, where he just sits back and blocks, and then he'll release the block, he'll come walking up towards you, and then he'll dash back and go blocking again. And if Bane is obviously coming up, that can really just ruin the fight. And normally, if they're blocking, I'll just go in and tap them on the block once or twice, and then they'll come back at you. But you can't do that with Man-Thing because he's not poison immune, and one poison will pretty much take Man-Thing rank 2 full health to 10% or less. So it's really not an option to hit into the block. But you can see here, I am trying to save my special 3s to disable the Bane timer, and just trying to work around that, and hopefully he is nice enough to throw specials. And if I don't have the Mystic Dispersion getting me back up to special 3 or special 2, whatever special I have that I can throw, if I can't get across that Bane window, then I'm gonna throw it. And I'm going to try to make sure that I stick to Crossbones throwing his special 1. His special 2, you can evade it. I think the timing is very similar to Korg. Now, Korg, I can evade that thing no problem, but for whatever reason, I just can't get the timing of the execution of the dexes on Crossbones quite right. So I'm just blocking those if I happen to have to push them to special 2. So you can see, I push him over special 1, and then I just try to bait it out. If he doesn't throw it, Mystic Dispersion is likely going to have already put me back to special 3, and generally if he's just over 1 bar, he's not going to get pushed to special 3 or special 2. So that's the whole plan. We're just going to repeat this. He's got plenty of the Furies up, and the Pustles are actual buffs that would count towards doing damage. As long as we have 3 or more of those, we can do damage. and then we're just going to keep repeating. Now I do not have the beta like special 3 skip activated. Definitely would be helpful for this fight. I just generally don't like running the betas until they're, I mean, I've tried them out myself, but when I'm playing the game, when I'm playing in AQ, playing in Alliance War, or grinding in Arena, I just don't want the problems that come with a fully unreleased non-beta version. So you can see here, I didn't want to mess around with trying to get an intercept in, you know, so I'm playing pretty passive, protective, because I don't want to hit, I don't want to go for an intercept and then he block me and then I get a poison, because then I'm just toast. So we're actually going to get this guy down to about 30%, and then I'm going to mess up. But you know, we hang on. Like, we started the fight pretty bad, lost most of the health, but we're able to just kind of stick around. ManThing, when he throws a special, when he's under 50%, he gains a regen buff, so that's going to kind of help offset some of the Bane damage that we take. And yeah, Mystic Dispersion is just putting in its work. Definitely a mastery that I haven't ran until this last season of an Alliance War at max. I generally ran it 3 out of 5, but it has proven its worth at 5 out of 5. So it's, if you know, I have a lot of Mystic champions that I use, and it definitely helps a lot. Sometimes you get pushed to the special 3 when you don't want to throw it, and you want to get like a special 2 or whatever, but it's not the worst thing to, you know, have happen. And so here we're just smashing away, and then somewhere here closely I'm going to just mess up. I think it might be after this special 3. I think I'm going to come out of this and then I'm just going to get clipped. But yeah, ManThing is an option. It does take patience. You cannot hit into the block. It can be pretty brutal if you do. I think I just miss, or maybe I try to do an intercept or maybe I just get hit into the block, something around here. I'm gonna die. This guy is being, yeah, dancing around trying to get him to throw a special. He didn't. Now I could have kept going, but this was, I did this a number of times. That was the best attempt by far, and I just decided, I took a breather. Like, looking at my stash, I got plenty of items, and this is one thing, like, there's a lot of solos on YouTube, but guess what, you don't have to solo to get the points. Now if you want the style points and you want to brag and show it off to your alliance mates and whatever, that's cool too. But if you just need to get the point to complete it, you can put in a revive, throw in some health potions. And so I have a bunch of items that I've been rebuilding back up after doing all the Karinas, and I've been selling off revives and everything. So this one just felt like a good time to use a few items. It's not the end of the world, and definitely I'm not going to be using like ManThing or Dormammu or whatever in the final chapter when we get the final event of Eternity of Pain for this round. You know, who knows what the objectives will be that in that. Probably somebody that I'm gonna consider bringing is like Guillotine 2099. Now she obviously doesn't complete any of the objectives for this week, but she might just be awesome for the final week. Now you can see I hit into the block right at the beginning. I'm like, oh, come on. And I trigger the poison. You can just see how potent that one is. And I had a regen to offset it, but I mean, it just about killed me. So yeah, but I'm gonna hang on here. We're gonna get some nice intercepts. We're gonna let the Mystic Dispersion do its work for you, and we're just gonna try to keep offsetting that Bane timer. And there he's going passive again, going passive. There, now he throws it, so that's good. And then we're gonna throw off. I think we're actually gonna dance this around as well, and then throw off the special 3 right when it switches. So there we go, and then we're gonna get a regen. So we're gonna heal back up a little bit, but I was able to squeak this one out after again starting terribly. And I'll also have a little blooper reel at the end. But man, I messed up numerous times. This is not an easy fight by any means. Now, other options to consider: Dormammu, who I was going to try, and I might try that later this week if I have some extra time. DragonMan is probably the best Mystic option to use because he's both poison and bleed immune as well, and he actually has damage compared to Dormammu, who hits pretty weak. He does have the detonation damage, but you do have to get the timing right on countering his specials and his heavies and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, both of those guys can work. I know Claire can actually work fairly well too. Just not the easiest by any means. And yeah, Mystic Dispersion. It's a beautiful thing. The pustils falling off, and you apply those on the special 1 and the special 3. And I think the special 2, I think it applies its own and pops them, I think. Or just maybe it just pops up to 2 debuffs per hit or something like that. But yeah, we're gonna finish this out. And again, at least for me, there's no shame in using items. It's always fun to get the solos and everything, but man, I think I spent around an hour trying to do this fight and do it well. And there were so many attempts where I just went in and pretty much almost died instantly. How many attempts I did? I mean, whatever I can do in an hour, and I would probably say it was at least 24 times, at least. So yeah, we're almost there. We're gonna have some buffs falling off here. Fueling MD, he throws it just at the right time as well. Throw the special 2, get some damage, and I think I finished him off here with the special 3. Yeah, one last punch to the gut, and then we just smash him. So yeah, ManThing. Just a rank 2. If you have a rank 3, definitely even better. But definitely you want high Mystic Dispersion. That is going to help you a ton. So there we go. We 2-shotted it. Not the worst thing to happen. And then we're gonna go collect that Paragon Objective. So this is only for Paragon players. The Bye Nullify. You have to use a Mystic Champ. And yeah, so here's a few bloopers of me just getting whacked by the special 2, gonna get whacked by the Bane, dancing around, getting just whacked, dancing around. Yeah, Bane killing me. Yeah, it's just brutal. This fight, yeah, trying to go in for an intercept, get hit. Bane, the Bane is brutal. When he's at high health, the Bane is just brutal. Trying for intercepts, not happening. Hitting into the block, it's just like, yeah, okay, just dead. So you see a ton of attempts. I had so many attempts that just failed right out the gate, or just like the AI was just super passive and just wasn't playing around. And yeah, so it could be frustrating. So yeah, there again, he was at 2+ bars trying to dance around, get whacked again and again, and then, you know, if you block anything, he heals the damage back. It's, you know, it's a pretty frustrating fight. So here was one of my better attempts, and yeah, we get off a special 3, and then we're trying to dance around, trying to get the Bane off, and this is what, like, the AI is just like, okay, come on, throw it, nope, and then I just get whacked trying to dance / intercept. I can't remember exactly what happened there, other than I got hit in the face. So yeah, just a lot of brutal hits to the face. So I hope you enjoyed. Best of luck to you in this objective, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.